Hello again. It's been nearly 6 months since the deadly KwaZulu-Natal floods, and some victims are still in limbo and waiting to be accommodated. Umlazi flood victims have been evicted from a property they were housed at and have now resorted to finding refuge inside a bus outside the Lamontville police station. eNCA senior reporter Dasen Thathiah has been tracking this story for us this afternoon, and he's joining us now live for a further update. Dasen, good afternoon again. What's the latest you can tell us? What's happening there?
I think, well, the concern here outside the Lamontville police station, Braden, is growing. If you look at the time, it's about 4:30 now, and there is still no word explaining what's going to happen to these people that you are seeing behind me. I've been told now that it's between 80 and 100 people that are here. That includes women and children. Most of them are in the bus. The weather is turning, so they are just staying inside there for shelter right now, not knowing whether the rain is going to start again. They are there with their belongings, literally waiting here since 1 a.m. That's when they got here to this hall. And I think I'll take you back now just to explain exactly who these people are and which flood victims we're talking about here. This was a group that came from Umlazi. They're not far from here. Their homes were damaged and washed away during those floods. They were living in informal homes at the time. They were then placed in a community hall in the area, but that community hall was also of poor quality. They were living under extremely bad conditions there. They were placed in a hostel, a Transnet-owned property called Thathiah, and that's where they were until the eNCA movement then got on board and suggested that they invade the Montclair Lodge. They spent about 2 weeks there before they were evicted again and taken back to Thathiah. But the conditions at Thathiah were none the better because, according to some of the videos that we've seen as well, they were at some points in knee-deep water. You could see that it was very dangerous to be there. So they were then evicted from that property, but an arrangement was made by the municipality to take them to the Wema Hall, the community hall. And that's where they were taken last night. But unfortunately, when they got there, they were not able to get in, and all they had to turn to were these buses that they are in now. So they then got back into those buses, and the only place that they were able to go to, which was close by, the weather was also bad last night, was here at the Lamontville police station, and that has been where they've been placed since. They say that no officials have come to them, no food has been provided, but I think most worryingly, especially with the children that are here, the young babies that are here, there are also no facilities, no water, there are no toilets. So right now, they're just waiting to hear what happens next.
Yeah, it's a tough situation that they find themselves in, Dasen, and nobody is sharing any information with the poor people, and it's been going on for quite some time. Have local authorities at least visited them? Anyone from Kokta, for example?
Not that we are aware of, and certainly not during the time that we've been here. The only person that they've been engaging with is a PR councillor from eThekwini. We had an opportunity to speak to him earlier. He was telling us that he's also then on their behalf been trying to engage with some of these disaster management officials. And Braden, the situation is dire, especially the uncertainty. Let's listen now to part of an interview that I referred to earlier when we spoke, when I was talking to a young mother that was here, who was just talking about how she's struggling with her 2-year-old under these circumstances.
We had nowhere to go. Our clothes were wet. Even here, since we're here now, we ran to the buses. We have nowhere to go. The rain is messing up everything because we last night we slept here. We took all out our clothes and mattresses to sleep here. And now we have to move back to the buses. We're doing all this on and off thing, yes.
But how difficult is it for you? Because it's not just yourself, it's also baby as well. And you said she's 2.
That's a very big one because the baby doesn't know anything what's going on, you know. So I'm the one who's stressing. The baby hasn't eaten. She last ate now since the whole day. She was hungry. I'm also hungry, but I'm taking care for her, you know. But the most important part is that we have nowhere to go. The babies are catching flu, colds, and all that. Yeah.
What's your message to the municipality or to government while you're waiting?
Yeah, we are hoping that they'll take us into consideration. We really need them to take care of us. Yes, they have to give us the shelter as they always promise. We have kids here, we have old people, yeah, and all that. They have to help us.
Well, that young mother there with a child in Lamontville outside the police station there, they've been staying on the bus because they don't have proper accommodation. The local authorities failing these people. It's 6 months now since the floods in April. I mean, really, how can you have such when young children, mothers are sleeping on a bus?